You guys. She's very loud. What's your zodiac? I'm a Pisces.
I didn't even know that.
Guys, so when I'm out of quarantine, I'm not going to be going on live as much because it really scares me to look at videos the next morning of myself talking. When's your birthday? March 5th. Have you ever had a combo with Matthew Gray Goobler? No. That man has been ignoring me for years. Can you please say hey? Hey. Thank you, Brian. Do you have Heelys? I don't currently have Heelys, but I fucking wish I did.
It's the best question you've got.
That's like great question. You're fucking awesome. Sorry, I need to stop cursing. I have a potty mouth. Hi, Marcy. Okay, guys, I love you, but I can't keep saying hi to everyone because that's all the comments are, and I want to answer questions. I'm so sorry. Hi to everybody watching. I love you all. But I just really want to answer everyone's questions. Guys, I found a photo of myself from 2008 that I really want to post whenever everyone tells me that I have plastic surgery. But it's on my desktop, so I can't show you. What controversial topic do you guys want me to talk about? What trouble should I get into? We could talk about the pro-life, pro-choice argument again because I've been seeing a lot of buzz on TikTok about the fact that I addressed that debate. So we can talk about that. Someone said tips on procrastination. It's normal. Someone said, are your lips real? Can I explain something to you guys really quickly? First of all, unless somebody has lip implants, their lips are real. Filler goes away in 2 months on average. So unless I was consistently filling my face with filler in any capacity, it goes away. So yes, my lips are fully real. And I think that everyone needs to just Google what filler actually is before they just go around accusing everybody of having so much plastic surgery. They're like, she's so fake. Filler goes away, you guys. It doesn't stay. So if somebody who you know is like claiming that people are super fake, it's like, well, what if they did a real procedure, then maybe, but if not, it's temporary things. I'm 100% natural. Like, I don't have any plastic surgery. I think that everyone should stop caring so much about that. It's getting really old at this point. I've said it so many times. You know, it gets really old after a while. And I have like tons of photos to just like prove that I just fucking grew into my face. People like post photos literally of me when I was like 12 years old, like smiling like this with my top lip looking as small as possible, and then they'll post a photo of me like this. And they're like, look at her, she's so plastic and fake and looks so different. I'm like, who the fuck wouldn't look different at 21 versus 12?
We look different than we did at 12 years old.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, what? Like, how wouldn't I look different if I'm making a fucking face versus like, because I could look like I'm 12 or trust me. Whatever, I don't even know why I'm addressing this. It's so stupid. Because who gives a shit? People are allowed to do what they want to do. Does not matter. And it's also no one's business. Sorry to break that to the internet as well. It's not anyone's fucking business. I once saw a post that was like, I hate when people lie to their fans. I'm like, it's no one's business. Oh, my starlights just went out. Pro-life or pro-choice? Pro-choice. And I would love to talk about that if we would like to talk about it, you know. I'm ready to get into it. I'm ready to get into it. But yeah, guys, I really want everyone to just like stop always going around and talking shit on people. It's not nice. It's very tired and boring at this point. Please talk about it. Yes, talk about it. what would you guys like me to talk about it? I don't really know, like, what is there to say? How I feel? I mean, we can talk about it in the sense of, at least what I saw on posts, people were basically saying that, I am a bad person for being pro-choice and for being so, like, stuck in my ways. And I made it very clear when I talked about this argument that I respect everybody and their opinions, and I don't think that it's right that we live in a society where it's like, I fucking hate you if you think a certain way that's different to my belief system. It's okay to not want to be friends with somebody who has a different belief system to you. It's okay to not want to associate with somebody, but, like, to wish negatively upon somebody else for having a belief system, I just don't think that that's, like, cool. I think unless somebody's, like, doing things that are really out of pocket. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if somebody's making remarks or doing something that's, like, I don't really know what my point is, but basically what I'm trying to say is that I feel the way that I feel, and I'm allowed to, and I don't think that it's fair that people are like, you're a bad person, because I'm not a bad person. And if my belief systems are what they are, then, like, leave me alone. I, like, am totally down to hear the opposing argument. I just think that mine is the one that I feel is right.
So nobody's gonna, like, make a decision based on you saying you support pro-choice.
Right, I'm like...
Like, no girl's gonna be like, I'm getting an abortion because Madison Beer believes in it. Like,
right, I'm just trying to, like, I think the more public figures who endorse it, I think it, like, helps change maybe other people's minds and helps them open their eyes. And I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. Someone said, what does pro-choice mean? It means that I believe in letting women have a choice as to whether they should give birth or not. I don't believe that that's a government choice. I believe that that's a choice for the woman to make. Bye, Queen. Love you. Bye, love you. Ryan said abortion is murder. I disagree entirely. And I can give you multiple points as to why it's not. For a murder to occur, the organism should be able to have sustainable life outside of the mother. And if it can't, it's not murder. You know what I mean? It's not an individual life yet. And then somebody was commenting back to me basically saying how, the baby, because there was a video that was absolutely ridiculous, and it was talking about what goes on. The video was deemed as it was about what goes on in an average abortion. And it was this guy basically saying that arms get ripped off. Also, trigger warning really quickly, if anybody feels like, upset by any of this kind of stuff, like, feel free to leave. Totally trigger warning of, like, somewhat graphic talk and, like, obviously abortion talk. But this guy was basically saying, like, yeah, like, the baby, like, gets ripped apart, and then, like, it just was saying such overly dramatic things that do not happen. Like, guys, it's not legal to have an abortion past a certain amount of time in almost every single state. I'm pretty sure in every single state in the U.S. And I'm saying that because I don't need people checking me, I can't talk, and being like, oh yeah, like, this Madison was wrong and it's not legal. So I'm saying I'm pretty sure that it is illegal in almost every single state to have an abortion past a certain spot, and that would be in the third or late second trimester, which it's illegal to have an abortion in that time. So it just kind of upsets me that people are fear-mongering and they're kind of just being like, yeah, this is what it is, when it's really not like that. And it just hurts me. And I was basically commenting saying this isn't true, and the person who replied back to me was like, the baby can feel pain at 8 weeks, which is when most abortions occur, when actually, if you do your research for more than 2 minutes, that's not true. At 8 weeks, pain receptors and nerve endings that, like, shoot signals to your brain telling you you're in pain start to form, yes, but there's no brain developed for it to be getting sent signals to. Does that make sense? That doesn't develop until 24 weeks, which is the third trimester, which is not the time that you're allowed to have an abortion. So that's all I'm trying to say. And I think that people should just, and like I said, I'm going to make this very clear. Someone said, I don't like abortions. They seem sad. It's like taking away someone's life before they even got one. Which, by the way, like I said before, if that's how you feel about it, then I respect you. And I think that that's clearly in your belief system. And that's the side of the scale that you view it on. I just view it on a different one. And I think that it's totally fine for people to view things differently. I just think that's your personal opinion. Your personal opinion is that you think that about it. But why should your opinion affect millions of women unable to have a choice because of your opinion? Do you know what I'm trying to say? My opinion doesn't affect the other people. It doesn't. It's still letting the other women have a choice. They can do what they want. They can have the baby. They cannot have the baby. When people are really passionately pro-life, that's not for them. That's for other people. They're trying to say that they're pro-life. They're trying to save lives, quote unquote. You're taking away somebody else's right. And like, it's just, you know what I'm trying to say? I think that it's just about like letting other people have their opinions. You should not, just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean that everyone has to adapt to your belief system. Okay, anyway, we don't have to talk about this anymore. Someone said it's called the nearby totalated. I can't see. Ban. It's after 3 months. You can't have one in every state. See? Exactly. I hate talking about this shit. I love talking about it because I'm passionate. And I think it's a message I feel strongly about, so I'm okay with sending it. But people always twist my words and make it like I'm saying something I'm not, which hurts me a lot. Because I'm just like, this is just how I feel, you know? So, pick a color. Blue. Any tips on remembering your worth? Hey, Andrea, I think that's a great question. Someone said opinions on Caitlin Bennett. We can go back to that. Knowing your worth, I think that it's a work in progress, and it's something that you need to be a little bit patient with yourself, and there's no rush. And I think that, you know, being on TikTok as young adults, I think we all see like so many girls especially who seem so confident and sure of themselves, but like I promise you it's mostly a facade and it's not 100% real, and everyone's a work in progress. Nobody has it made up. Nobody is like, you know what, I just like, no, we all have bad days. So I think it's just about appreciating your good days more and being patient with yourself and understanding your self-worth. It takes time and work and effort. So be patient, and you have to remember how beautiful you are. And don't ever play the comparing game, because it'll never, ever, 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 ever do you well, ever. You're always going to end up losing that battle, always. So just don't even put yourself there. Someone said, do you think that there's more than two genders? I think that people can identify as whatever they want, and that's none of anyone else's business. I saw a video of Caitlin Bennett going up to people being like, what do you think about tampons in the men's bathroom? And the people who she asked were like, why does that affect me? If there's a man who has a period, then they should be using a tampon. And she was like, well, don't you think a man with a period should seek medical advice? And he was like, well, not a trans man who may still have their period. And I was like, right, like what? I just don't understand the question she comes up with. I'm like, why does this bother you? Why does this like work you up, you know? Like, what is the issue if there's tampons in the fucking men's bathroom and if there's a urinal in the women's bathroom? She's like, don't you think it's a little bit inappropriate if there was a woman with a dick in the women's bathroom? And then I was like, why are you looking? You're the weird one for looking. Like, what? Like, let people, like, do their thing. Like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. But that's just how I feel. So I think to answer your question, I think that, like I said, people can identify as what makes them feel comfortable and happy, and that's none of anyone else's business. Someone said, "What's your zodiac sign?" I'm just gonna say something different every time somebody asks. Someone said, "Your thoughts on the media brainwashing to the people by entertainment and music. On what scale? Can you be more specific?" I think the way that, like, sex and love is depicted in our music is a bit sad. I think it's very misogynistic and objectifying in a lot of ways. When did you find out you were bi? I've always known I was bi. Hey, Madison Zoe. Hey. Someone said, "You're a Dollar Tree wig." I'm not sure what to take of that, but thank you. Thoughts on Harry Styles? I think he's fucking awesome, and I think he stands up for the right things, and he says really smart, intelligent things, and I... Do you hear my stomach? Do you support the LGBTQ community? Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? Dogs or cats? Dogs, sorry. Madison, you're my inspiration. You taught me that I'm beautiful just the way I am. Thank you. No, thank you. You're so sweet. That's amazing. I'm glad you found that within yourself, and I'm glad I was some sort of help to you. Guys, look at this fucking pimple. It's like... Do you think women's bodies are more objectified than men? Yes. Is that even a question? Come on. Yes. Yes. A woman can literally do anything, and it's like, oh, like, you know, how pretty is she? Like, that's like not even the best example. Like, yes, I'll just say yes, 100%.